Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, before I begin with this camp session, I'm going to start it off by giving all the glory and infinite praise to the true and only living powers. Yahawashi, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, double honor to the elders and the apostles, great millstone. Peace and blessings be to all the Akim now pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom, Yahawashi, Shad Brakathon. So, of course, we're blessed with another week. But Yahawashi Shad to come out here to the highways and the hedges to prophesy the downfall of America, in which is, it's falling fast, man. As the Lord said in Jeremiah 51:9, Babylon is healed. Babylon is wounded and cannot be healed. You know what I mean? This shit is over with. What I'm entitled this lesson is one day can change everything. You know what I mean? And that's why, it's important, for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, which are the Heavenly Father's chosen people, by the way, to repent, while it's still granted to you. Because like I said, one day could change everything. You may be thinking that it's all cool now, it's sweet, you got your feet kicked up, you relaxing, you turning a blind eye to everything that's going on, And that's basically what I want to get into, the current world events, because it's so much shit going on, bro. To the point that it's hard to ignore it. And why would you ignore it? The Lord said to what? To watch out for the thief. That's talking about when Yahawashi come back, and before he even come back, because the day of the Lord is twofold, bro. The day of the Lord is going to see, when Yahawashi physically and literally enters into this, to the earth's atmosphere, and also, during the time of Jacob's trouble. So it'll be smart of you, to pay attention to what's going on and get your spirit in order. And as a matter of fact, what I want to kick it off with is, let me see if I can find it real quick. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes 12:1, which is something that's, commonly brought out, especially by me. Because I'm somebody who, touch upon prophecy a lot. Which is what you should be doing, because the Lord said in Revelations 19:10 that the testimony of Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy. And then with us being the prophets, we supposed to be them spiritual forecasters, watching out what's going on and reporting it back to our people so that their blood can be off our hands. Because we sitting upon that tower and going back into the ancient world, you had, the people that sat on the watchtowers. And what they would do is they would watch out for danger, and they would blow a certain sound of a trumpet to let the people know that danger was coming. And that's basically what we doing. We spiritually letting our people know, like, man, this shit finna go down. All it take is one day, bro. Because there's so much prophecy going on that it's not even funny. What the Lord is saying, what Amos 9:8, I'm gonna grab it here in a second, the eyes of the Lord upon the sinful kingdom. Because the Lord is primarily judging Babylon the Great, but he judging everybody else too. Like, who was it, Libya? Libya just got hit with a damn flood or earthquake or something like that. That basically, killed over 5,000 people. And they said like 10,100 people were still missing. Then the earthquake that just took place in Morocco, 8,000 people got wiped out. Can't forget about Turkey. Turkey, that it was like, what, 50,000 people that, got wiped out. So we can obviously see that what's going on in the world, this is clearly the judgment given from Yahawashi, and for you to turn a blind eye to it, the Lord gotta truly hate you, bro. Because how could you sit here and act like everything normal? You're not even paying attention, don't even give a fuck, not trying to do nothing about, getting your spirit in order when all this shit is going on. Like I say, man, it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. The Lord truly just unplug this shit, unplug it, and let everything go to shit. And I don't exercise this year or sometime next year, man, because the sooner the better. Alright? But let me see if I can find it real quick. It's been a minute since I grabbed it out my sword. And as a matter of fact, what I'm gonna start it off with is this right here. This is the book of Joel 2:1. It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. And going back, in the ancient world, we would have watchmen, and the watchmen, they would blow a certain sound, for feast days, for the new moon, the Shabbat, and different other things, and especially, when we was in trouble. And that's what we out here doing. We out here blowing that spiritual trumpet through these epistles, bringing out these scriptures, letting you know what's going to happen before it actually happened. So Jay can't say that, hey, we told you so, bro. You know what I mean? We told you that all this shit was going to happen. You know what I mean? And really, truth be told, we ain't even got to tell you. Just look at what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a dumbass to really turn a blind eye to the fact of what's going on. Like, this ain't bringing you niggas to no type of concern. You know what I'm saying? That's why I truly understand why the Lord said in Isaiah the 6th chapter that Jake was going to be in that spiritual dead state, you know what I'm saying, until the land become utterly wasted. You know what I mean? Because these niggas got too much fluoride in their brain. They in a slavery type of mentality. Niggas don't care about nothing but working, fucking eating. You know what I mean? The next female they gonna pop, or the next, you know what I'm saying, cock carousel they gonna ride. All right, whatever the case may be. Just in that days before the flood type of spirit, and we all know what happened. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing that I commonly touch on, because the people in today's time, they living in that same type of spirit that happened back then. You know what I mean? The Lord said, what, as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. I mean, motherfuckers just going about their day-to-day business. Like it's this big ass, it's like that elephant in the room effect. You got this big ass elephant in the room, you know what I'm saying, and you acting like you don't see it. That's how these people is when it come to dealing with prophecy. You know what I'm saying? Here it is, you got earthquakes wiping out thousands of people, which is, hey, I ain't heard about that in a long time. And this is how you know that we at the end, because there's so much shit going on. This shit happening back to back to back. You got food processing plants that's exploding. You know what I'm saying? You got shit exploding on the railroad tracks. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to dealing with, freight, you know what I'm saying, a different other product. You know what I mean? You got violence at an all-time high. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? And all these signs indicate that we truly at the end, because you can sit here and say that, yeah, certain things have always been happening, but they ain't been happening, you know what I'm saying, to the magnitude that they happening right now, man, because every day is something. You know what I mean? And every day I wake up, I'm like, bro, like, how can you not see it? You know what I mean? How could this not be the end? It gotta be end. You know what I'm saying? And I won't settle for it not to be. This shit gotta be the end. You know what I mean? Because like I said, there's a lot of signs that indicate that we at the end. You know, the Lord told us in 2 Ezra 9:1 to measure out of time diligently in itself. If you truly measure the time, you paying attention, you can see that everything that the Lord said was going to happen at the end, this shit is happening, bro. All right? But if you can't see it, then, hey, the Lord truly hates you, bro. And you just destined to be destroyed. All right? But it says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord coming, for it is nigh at him. And that's what you should be doing. You should be trembling. You know what I mean? In the right way, though. You know what I mean? To the point, you know what I'm saying, that it leads you to repentance. As the scriptures say, that he may run that readeth it. You know what I mean? When you hear about all these things happening, you know what I'm saying, you should be seeking getting closer to your Creator. You know what I'm saying? But in the right way, though. Not going to the church, which is the whorehouse. You know what I mean? And getting fed lies and shit, because that's all they gonna do. You know what I'm saying? They gonna teach you about the prosperity doctrine. You know what I mean? They're not gonna truly, you know what I'm saying, edify you, you know what I'm saying, through the spirit. You know what I'm saying? But we do. You know what I'm saying? The Lord has, you know, his men out there on the highways and the hedges week in and week out, and also uploading these spiritual epistles all through the week. You know what I'm saying? For your particular purpose. So you can get your spirit fed, and so you can prepare for what's to come. All right? Because Jake got their own concept of how they gonna receive salvation, and the shit is wrong. It's simply wrong. You can't just be out here living like how you want to. You got no works to back up your faith. Because another thing too, Jacob tried to pull that Romans, 8 and 10. You know what I'm saying? For we are saved by grace and not by works, roughly paraphrasing. You know what I mean? But when you go to 1 John 2 and 4, it talks about how, hey, he that keepeth not my commandments say that he know me is an hypocrite, roughly paraphrasing, something to that effect. You know what I mean? No, that's the quickest thing one of these motherfuckers will try to say. You know what I mean? God knows me, or I know God, but don't do shit he told you. You know what I'm saying? Jay be getting I know niggas like this personally. Got a child of God tatted, you know what I'm saying, on his rib cage, but this nigga in jail and shit. You know what I mean? Bro, just wicked than a motherfucker. Be beating on his bitch. You know what I mean? Unjust. You know, just all type of shit. You know, but, you know, and, damn, fuck, I just lost my train of thought. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 1 real quick. Damn, if I can find it. Alright, so this is the book of Ecclesiastes, 12 and verse 1. It says, remember now that I created in the days of thy youth. You know what I mean? Going, you know what I'm saying, into your young age. And also, when you first hear about this truth, because you got a lot of when you're reading, what is it? It's Sirach, the 5th chapter. It talks about how to make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, because the first thing a nigga do, you know what I mean, like my homeboy in the world, which I ain't gonna speak too much on it, because I'd have mentioned it a few times. But, you know, dude heard about the truth. I told him, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, a lot of Jake that first come, matter of fact, every Jake, first coming to the truth, you get the, you know what I'm saying, spitting the beans, telling Jake about this, that, what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? The niggas turn a blind eye to it. You know what I mean? Until the Lord judgment really at their doorstep. And I remember, you know what I'm saying, I was telling bro to repent. You know what I mean? All that. You know what I'm saying? He got his ass judged to the point where he damn near died. And this nigga still being wicked. You can't do nothing with a nigga like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put him down. You know what I'm saying? Because if what we telling you ain't enough, then hey, the Lord gonna have to send him scourges for an amendment. You know, when you're reading 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, to get your ass in line. You know what I mean? Which is most of you Jake's fate is just just being preserved for the missiles. You got a lot of Jake that's being preserved for the missiles, man. You know, they thinking that the Lord ain't gonna get them. You know what I'm saying? Shit, they may even live all throughout Jacob's trouble. May not even get touched like that. You know what I'm saying? And then the missiles drop and burn your ass to a crisp. You know what I mean? This is what the Lord is preserving a lot of you niggas for. And most of you gonna be wiped out during Jacob's trouble too. You know, and according to the scriptures, it's 66.6% of our people that's gonna be wiped out. So that means a whole lot of hoes, you know what I'm saying, and a whole lot of you poo shiesty mask wearing ass niggas, you gonna get your ass put to death. Because like I said, with you having your own concept on how to receive salvation, that shit is wrong. The Lord said you must worship him in truth and in sincerity. Alright? But it says, while the evil days come not, know the years draw nigh when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Why the evil days come not. You know what I mean? But we living in them evil days. You know what I mean? But it's just not to the magnitude of where it's just changing your life dramatically like that. But you best believe it's gonna happen. Like I say, one day gonna change everything. You may wake up the next day and it's just everything going to shit, like how they show you in these movies. You know what I mean? They fucking turn up the frequency or something, and folks that you know trusted in their science, you know, when it took them, you know, all the little, you know what I'm saying, the little side inoculations, all that shit, you know, they just get the locking up and twitching, and next thing you know, they start chasing you, you know what I'm saying, and try to bite a chunk at your ass. All right? One day could change everything. It may be an EMP attack, I mean, which is a lot of people think lightly of it, you know what I mean? Because I be seeing on TikTok on how, you know, niggas think the shit a game, bro. You know what I mean? They don't deny the fact that it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But they think that the shit just gonna be sweet. They gonna be having fun, and they gonna be running around. They gonna be jugging shit. You know, they gonna be living it up. When that ain't gonna be the case. All right? You know what I mean? The Lord said in, what is it, Luke 6:25? Woe unto him that laughs now, for you shall weep and be sorrowful. A lot of niggas is in that type of spirit. You laughing now, you know what I'm saying? You ain't taking the Lord serious. But one day he gonna change your whole life around in the worst way possible. And that's why the scriptures say right here, it says, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Because right now, you know, you having pleasure in your wickedness. You know what I'm saying? You able to go and commit adultery. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the kubai, enjoy the box. Don't think the shit gonna happen. You know what I mean? And then one day, whenever everything go to shit, you know what I mean? You're gonna be trying to go over there, and there ain't gonna be no laws. You know what I mean? There'd be a lot of Jake that be scared to push shit to death just for the simple fact they know they're gonna get fed time. They're gonna get locked up for a long ass time over a damn female. And that's another thing too. I'm gonna touch up on that as well. Because you females is gonna get it. You know, like there was this one Twitter, or this tweet I saw on Twitter. This bitch had basically said, what'd she say? She said, I cheat with my location on. You know, come over here and get blicked down by my side nigga. Just show, bro, goddamn. It just show you, you know what I'm saying, why the Lord has said, all wickedness is little to the wickedness of women, because men don't do that type of shit. Women do. Why is you even in that mindset, man? You know You know what I mean? But this is why, hey, in these coming times, women, you gonna get it the worst. You know, you thinking that shit sweet now, but wait until the society ain't intact no more. You can't call 911 and tell Esau to come and assist your aid. You know what I'm saying? To go rough up Jake and shit. You know what I mean? You gonna have a lot of Jake, you got a lot of Jake that got grudges towards their baby mamas or women they dealt with in the past. You know what I mean? They just waiting for one day to go over there and put your ass in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? Point blank period. That's what a lot of you women, you know what I'm saying? A lot of you women's, that's gonna be your case. All right? You know what I'm saying? Because you at ease. You thinking that shit gonna be, hey, all happy and dandy and shit forever. One day gonna change everything, man. But for the worse. But of course, you know what I'm saying, for the proper shit, this shit just the beginning for us. It's gonna be the beginning of the kingdom. We know that it's gonna be only a matter of time until shit, Yahawashi come back and establish the kingdom. That's what we waiting on. We not tripping on, you know what I'm saying, when this shit truly go down. We ready to give it all up. We ain't got no life here. But for everybody else who invested in here, you know what I'm saying, that's of the tribes, oh, you gonna have a bad time. As the scriptures say, when you have no pleasure in them. You know what I'm saying? All that 401k that you storing up, because I seen this Jake, he was working for that trucker organization that it got shut down. I think it was called Yellow Flag or something. You know, he had so much 401k built up, and all that shit, he didn't get it. You know, now, you know, maybe they worked out something in court, or whatever the case may be, but that just goes to show you that this ain't your rest, Jake. You know what I'm saying? Our rest truly just gonna be in the kingdom. You know, we live in a society on where, you know what I mean, the Israelite man is at an all-time low. You know what I mean? And we in a society where, you know, the whole shit is against you. All right, the whole society is against the Israelite man. This is why we get so much hate. But now what I want to do is go to the book of 2 Ezra 16 real quick. All right, so this is the book of 2 Ezra 16. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, "Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria." And here's the point of why I was grabbing this, because I was mentioning the women. Or, you know what I'm saying, that one bitch who was talking about, you know, come get blicked down by my side, nigga. There's a lot of women that do shit like that. There's so much Jake that lose their life over Eve, bro. It's not even funny. You got Jake that's locked up right now over their damn Eve. And you got a lot of Jake that get falsely accused for shit. Like it was this one, she probably was an Edomite. If the brother Shapar watching, you know exactly what I'm talking about, because I seen you tweet about it. But he was basically getting into, this bitch was basically getting into how, you know, her dude had made her mad or something like that. So she had called CPS on him and basically falsely accused him of abusing his children and got him taken away from him. But there's a lot of females that do shit like that. You know, then, you know, so you get pregnant by another dude and you lie to Jake for years at a time, and then they fuck around and want to get a DNA test and they find out that the baby ain't even theirs the whole time. You know, like this one woman that be, you know what I'm saying, doing the testing and all that, the blood work, she said that about 70% of the women who be getting pregnant, you know what I'm saying, the man that they be with, it don't even be their child, bro. 70%, that's a big number. You know what I mean? It just shows you how low our fucking women is, bro. And look at how through of a nation we is. You know, like it's that saying, if you want to see the state of a nation or the condition of a nation, just look at the women. You know, because the men is naturally supposed to establish order. We supposed to have this shit set right. You know, now, of course, you know what I'm saying, since we're in the land of our captivity, it's only so much we can do. You know, Eastside done got the feminism set up, which was all strategically done by the CIA. You know what I mean? They had that set up to get the minds of Eve docile as to turn against the man. Oh, you know what I'm saying? If you just leave them, then you get this, you get that. You know, you be able to work, you know what I'm saying, women's rights. You know, all this, you know, goofy shit. The shit that's not, that has no type of order to it. All right? And you see that today. Look at the result of it. All right? Women all through with shit. Bitches be glorifying having over 10 bodies. That shit is disgusting. You know what I mean? So I see every day on why the Lord just gotta burn this shit, bro. You know what I mean? Because it get vexed and it damn near I get tired of talking about this shit, bro, just because of how through it is. You know what I mean? The Lord just gotta burn this shit. That's the only solution for Babylon the Great, because this shit's filthy, bro. It's filthy. It's worse than what Sodom and Gomorrah was. In Sodom and Gomorrah and the other cities that was allied with them, that shit was gross. It was disgusting. Lot said he was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. And these bitches be so delusional and slacky. I don't, you know what I'm saying, want to make this lesson about women. But I'm gonna touch upon it a little bit because I've been seeing this for the simple fact that it's a lot of shit coming out on women. Just like the bitch that got hit with the brick. It didn't go down like how she said it went down. But even then, the video you did before that incident, you was shaming the shit, out of Israelite men. And then you get hit with a fucking brick and you expect us to come to your aid. Bitch, you stupid. You know what I mean? I can't wait for that. Michael, what is it? I think it's 2 and 10, maybe it's 7 and 10. I'm gonna grab it here in a second. On it, hey, she that is thine enemy shall see thy judgment, roughly paraphrasing. Or shall see, it's something to that effect. I'm finna grab it here in a second. You know what I mean? You gonna see on why you need to sit your ass back and stay in line, man. Because the so-called white man that got your head all fucked up to where you thinking of some shit that's truly not how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? Talking all this shit about Israelite men, then once you get hit with a brick, you expect them to come and help you. But you dumb, man. But it says, gird up yourselves with clothes and sackcloth, sack of hair. Beware your children, and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. All right? And this is pertaining to you women. You know what I mean? Which is really, everybody outside of the leg, but primarily you women, all right? You women that got children and shit, you don't got the father in, their lives or whatever. You gonna experience some harsh ass judgment, bro. All right? You got some shit coming your way. Because even when you read in Ezekiel the 9th chapter, the Lord said, he not gonna spare, bro. Once this shit, what is it? I'm gonna try to grab it real quick in Revelations. All right, 1 second. This is the book of Revelation 7:1. It says, and after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor any tree. You know what I'm saying? But what the Lord is about to do is, he gonna cut the grace period completely off. You know what I'm saying? Because we still in grace. Even though you got all this shit going on, the prophets still here in the house and the hedges teaching. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's dead or not, it's dead. You know what I mean? But of course, you got people that, it was a little bit of traffic. But rather you hear it for a bear, bro. You know what I mean? You better take advantage of this time while you can. Because when it's all said and done, it's gonna be a lot of y'all conscious that condemn y'all, man. And the Lord said, blessed is he whose conscience had not condemned him, because, then what's going to be your defense? That shit. And if you're not doing what you need to be doing now, then you fucked either way it go. You know what I'm saying? You better get on track, because if you don't, then, when you got all this shit going on and you in the midst of it, you bound to catch that judgment. You going to catch that judgment. There ain't going to be no ifs, ands, or buts. You know what I mean? Everybody got their own time, but when they going to go back to the spirit world, but you best believe you're not going to be left unpunished, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna escape. Don't see niggas are stupid, bro. They really think that they gonna be able to live all throughout Jacob's trouble by busting that gun, which they barely know how to shoot. And even if you do know how to shoot it, what you gonna do as soon as you know what I'm saying? You in a gunfight, and as soon as you peek out, you get hit right in your damn shit. What you gonna do? I'm gonna make a bulletproof helmet, a bulletproof face mask. Nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do as soon as you walk out the door and there's 6 people already on your ass? You know what I'm saying? Ain't too much you can do. You only got 2 arms, Jake. It don't matter about how many guns you got. It don't matter about how well you know how to survive in the wilderness. If you don't got Yahawashi on your side, bro, you done with point blank period, because he the one that's in control of everything that's about to happen. And and the Lord is to be feared, bro. You know what I'm saying? The shit's scary when you really think about it, because the Lord is about to send a whole lot of judgment. There's so many people that's getting ready to get put to death, bro, that it's not even fucking funny. Most of the people that you see, they finna be unalived real soon. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling how shit. They could be running in Jacob's trouble and catch a bullet. You know what I mean? The Lord can send an apparition to come and, scare the skin off their ass. The Lord can have a unknown wild beast, come out and get the mangling them. Shit, ain't no telling, bro. Or shit, cannibals, because cannibalism coming back in a hard fashion. It's a lot of shit that's getting ready to happen that Jake is not ready for, bro. You know what I mean? That the so-called white man that's your neighbor, and you thinking he buddy with you right now. But wait until it come a point in time when he desperate, he ain't got no food, he ain't got no water, he got children he need to feed, and he looking at your black ass, you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, you finna get ate. We finna eat you. That's what's gonna be happening. Watch the movie The Road. They had a whole ass underground cellar full of people in that motherfucker ready to eat. They was already eating some of them. They was cutting off their legs and shit. All right? And with Americans being gluttons, you know what I'm saying? Because obesity, I'll say what, I think it's like 60% of the people is obese here, which is fucking wild. All right? What you think these obese motherfuckers gonna want to do to somebody, you know, when they ain't eating a couple of days? You know what I'm saying? Because like just like how I was mentioning the EMP attack, if an EMP attack kick off, that food that you got in that freezer, that deep freezer, that shit is gonna go bad. That shit ain't gonna last forever. Alright, so once everything start to go bad, and I remember I was chopping up with the Aki and Salaki for Renner, you know what I mean? I'm just rocking out through the spirit. But I remember I was chopping up with the Aki Zion, and was basically getting into how, you know, cause through the spirit I could see this shit happening. You know, one day, you know, the power get cut off and shit. You know, 2 days go by, and they're like, fuck, let's just go to the store to see what's happening. You go, you pass through there, and you see motherfuckers in there ramshacking it. You know what I'm saying? You got people with their guns being let off, because you best believe you gonna have motherfuckers fighting over shit, because right now, you know, food ain't really taken serious as it really is, like in the movie The Book of Eli. And bro was eating a fucking cat in that movie. It just show you, you know what I'm saying, on where the state of the world was. But I remember, that was I finna say, that bitch just threw me off. It was Shalaki. But basically what he had said in that movie, he quoted it. He was like, people, you know, before that that disaster had happened, people, you know what I'm saying, before, you know, they had more than even what they needed. You know what I mean? People here in Babylon got more than what they need, but you got fast food joints on every corner. You know what I mean? You got Circle K's, you know what I'm saying, different corner stores. You know what I mean? You can have a food for the fridge, you get government assistance, you know what I'm saying, food stamps. You get all this shit, bro. You know what I mean? You wasting the food, you ain't taking it serious. Alright, but as the scripture say, you gonna eat your bread with measure. You gonna eat your shit with measure, meaning, you know what I'm saying, you know, like Jay got that peanut butter crackers. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like 4 of y'all. Y'all gonna be breaking the cracker and scraping off the peanut butter, saving all that shit. You know what I mean? This is how desperate these times that we're coming into is about to get. But let me see, let me read this over again real quick. This is the book of 2 Ezra 16. In verse 2 it says, gird up yourself with clothes of sack, and hair, bewail your children, and be sorry for your destruction is at hand. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to matter of fact, I ain't gonna touch upon it. You know, I'm gonna just go ahead and get to a point that I want to get to. Let's jump to verse 37. You know what I'm saying? Because I done pretty much damn near, you know, touched up on what I was gonna bring out. But here's basically what, you know, gave me the inspiration to do this lesson as well. This is 2 Ezra 16 and verse 37. And it say, damn, is it? Oh, I'm in the wrong chapter. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. You know, and like I say, every day is something. You know, you got this happening. You know what I'm saying? Mine, like how they just got hit with that shit, that so-called natural disaster. Like, and true enough, the Lord can be using Esau to, you know what I'm saying, you know, bring forth certain things, you know, with his, you know, his heart program. You know what I'm saying? His direct energy weapons, you know, the DEW. You know, they got all that type of shit. But nonetheless, the Lord said in the book of Psalms 17 chapter, if I'm not mistaken, that, hey, the so-called white man is his sword. The Lord be using him to do a lot of shit throughout the earth. You know what I mean? Like these different forest fires, the Lord be using him to do that shit. Alright? Shit, and the Lord gonna use him to bring a whole lot of judgment, you know, in these coming times, to cut off the food supply. You know what I'm saying? That's a form of the sword. Because it tell you in Ezekiel, I think it's the 12th chapter, now it's 21. And that sword is being sharpened and furbished, bro. You know what I'm saying? Esau just stuck back while your dumb ass, you worried about the Super Bowl, you worried about football and shit. Esau just in the back. Oh yeah, we finna get you niggas, boy. Sharpening that shit. Wiping it down, throwing the water on it, sharpening it again, making sure that shit sharp and polished. Alright? To bring judgment on your ass. Esau finna get doing a whammy on your ass, man. Alright? This is why it's important for you to take the Lord serious, because the Lord said, fear not what man can do to you, but what the Lord can. Because it's only so much that the so-called white man can do. You know what I mean? And then, really how it is he can't do shit that the Lord don't permit him to, because when you read in Proverbs 20 and 24, the Lord said that man's goings are the Lord. So before anybody can do anything to you, the Lord gotta allow that spirit to go and do that. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is in control of everything. When you read in Sirach 18, the Lord said he governed the earth with the palm of his hand. There ain't shit that don't go on that the Lord don't know that he ain't in control of. The Lord is in control of the left-hand side and the right-hand side. When something good happened to you, who you think did that? You know, you say God, right? When something bad happened to you, who you think did that? Niggas is quick to blame Satan the whole time. Who in control of him? You know what I'm saying? But verse 38, it says, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bring forth a son, when in 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they shall not slack not a moment. And one thing about it is that you can't, you know what I'm saying, reverse, you know what I mean, that pregnancy, man. You know what I'm saying? Once it's time for that baby to get pushed out, you know, there ain't shit that you can do about it. You know what I'm saying? Now in the world today, you know what I'm saying, you know, when it comes to on a carnal sense, you know, you got women, they can take medication and shit like that to slow it down or whatever the case may be. But when it comes to dealing with these plagues, bro, once it's certain things already being set up, you know what I mean? Hey, everything else just gonna fall in line. It's like a domino effect. All right? Like right now, we see Esau, the Lord making this man crash the dollar. So, because what's gonna happen after that? You know, he gonna roll in that digital system, which is what I was touching up on earlier. Because the G20, they was talking about how they ready to implement a digital system. You know what I'm saying? And digital IDs. This is what this shit all about. And they getting you conditions, you know what I'm saying, for a lot of these things. Just like how at the damn Chargers game, you know, they had fucking AI robots walking just like humans and shit, looking around and everything. Shit creepy than a motherfucker. They conditioning you for all these things, man. Alright? But this is back in 2nd 16 and 39. It says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. Alright? And this is a similitude on when a woman is finna give birth and when the Lord is gonna bring these plagues. And you best believe they coming, bro. You know what I mean? Like I say, one day can change everything, man. But let's see real quick. Let's go to the book of Amos 9 and 8 real quick. And shit, I'm gonna probably go ahead and end it off right here. This is the book of Amos 9 and verse Amos 9 and 8, it says, behold, the eyes of the Lord, Yahweh, upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saying that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, said the Lord. All right, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and end it off right there. But, you know, hey, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom. And shit, the whole earth, when you see them chariots in the sky, you know what I'm saying? That's because, you know, they peeping out what's going on. All right, the Lord said that his eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. All right, that's because the Lord got his angels everywhere scoping shit out and they taking it back to him, man. All right, so there ain't nothing that go on that the Lord don't see, and this is why he judging it. You know, because like I quoted, in 2 16 and 22, hey, he sent his scourges as an amendment. Because of the way the world is, the world wicked than a motherfucker. So we know that, hey, the wages of sin is death. And this is why the Lord, hey, showing out how he's showing out. And this only gonna get worse, man. But you know, I'm gonna go ahead and end the third shit. I'm pretty drained. You know, I believe I touched up on or you know, proved the point. I don't write to say, you know, my sacrifice was acceptable in the eyes of Yahawashi, and that this lesson was edifying. It's like, you know what I'm saying, for random, you know, but I was really, you know what I'm saying, just rocking out through the spirit. Before I close out, We give all the glory and infinite praise to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, double honor to the elders and the apostles, great millstone. Peace and blessings be to all the Akim that I push on this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom and the Baba.